Enforcement Pirate Radio Network. Radio Free Larry presiding.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Radio Free Larry.
All right, here we go again. Buckle up, rough roads ahead. So the little columns came in. They have a seam on them, but when I purchased it, God said to me, "We paid somebody we were supposed to pay," and then what that usually means is they did something for God, or did something for Jesus, or even maybe did something for the Jewish people. So they did. She's raising a kid. She needs money. She's got a husband, it looks like, or at least a boyfriend. And look in the photo of who she is and her what do they call it, bio. So God said, whatever happens, we paid her because we owe her. It's very rare that we have money to pay as much as we should, as far as what God owes people that are with God. And I mean with God, I don't mean that you go to some religion, although you could be in a religion, but it's less likely today than it was yesterday. So, I mean, they're going to work. It's just they're rather like small, but I bought 3 per side, which is going to give me what I needed, what I wanted to build. So it should look okay. And again, I have so many ideas on what to do. I just have, the question is, can it fit under the ceiling? What I've got going now, I think it can, but it's going to be like, a half inch to the ceiling. It's going to be like, but I don't have to put it, like the thing I have it on is 36 inches. I could put legs on it, its own legs or something like that, and take it down to 30 inches. And then I wouldn't have any problem. So I was just looking at those today. I was speaking to the people at the UPS at work there about being woke and all that, and how, some of it's out there, but yet we as white people are more powerful, and we have more power, and we project a certain thing, and there's corrupt people out there, and I said not every cop's corrupt, but let's just say they are. Not every cop's corrupt, but there are corrupt cops out there, that will crash a black community or a colored community out of race, desire for racism. So again, how it generally works, I mean, the basic idea is that black people are this, white people are this, and then they make it happen through psychological methods and spycraft. And again, I've acknowledged that if black people were in power, most likely that would happen from them. But that doesn't make it right, because that's what they're in your head with, aren't they? But you have to understand the spycraft operators are going to make each side go over so they can manipulate people to attack the innocent person. Because when you take your anger out on that group of people by attacking that one person. Again, I think if I remember correctly, the only reason the Roman games stopped, the gladiators and all that, and the Christians being killed, was because somebody stood up, and then they all killed him. He stood up and said, "This should stop. This should not go on any longer." And then they killed him. And then people were just, again, it's probably an act of God or something that broke it. But, an unselfish act just attacked all of them. Because, again, a society like that will be out there saying how wonderful they are and how pure and good they are. And this should happen to bad people. So it only takes one trigger like that, and then it destroys the entire thing. Yeah. See, your own words condemn you all. And I understand that you've admitted to the crime in front of other officers maybe 7,000 times. But every time they tried, not this time more. We got video. Woo, it's a hot one out there. It is hot. Woo. Was it a man or a woman? Black or white? No, it's all races, all andro. It's an what do they call it? An androgenic voice, or androgynous voice. Androgenic would be man, wouldn't it? All in one. God does stuff like that. He's whack. I was like, what is that? Because I'll have me. He'll do. I know God does stuff to my voice and stuff. I mean, what is that? He's like, well, that is the summation of every voice of every person that has ever had this happen to them. Well, again, let's go back to what's bizarre. What we like. What is this? The woman in San Francisco yelling out. That was absolutely appropriate and no problem there. I mean, she lost her voice. She doesn't know what to say because you're beating your head against the ground. They're all just sold out, corrupt, and they don't care, man. They're gonna do what that system tells them to do, regardless of what you do. And I'm missing one of my dongles. Hopefully, I find it. I thought I put it right there this morning in the middle of between my two seats. I'd like to hope that these people follow me around this morning were just bait people and they weren't eyeing me for theft. And if anybody breaks in my vehicle, somebody in the government told them and got them to believe that nothing would happen to them. And it usually means that they worked with them for a while. And then they'll start. So again, right now they're probably trying to find people to drug people in this community. It doesn't seem to be a traditional drugging community. Not to say it doesn't happen, and that could mean that they don't own the coroner. There's communities where they own the coroner. They'll let the coroner be the coroner 95% of the time, but for 5% of the time they have to say what they say or tell them to say. And he thinks it's okay or she thinks it's okay because they live in a multi-million-dollar home. and vacation down in Naples with the other criminals. And one day they hope to own property down there like the other criminals they rent from. Well, stay peaceful. Praise God and all that you do. Praise God.